Okay, one more story here. Homosexuality is to blame for sexual abuse, not Catholic Church, claims German cardinal. The German cardinal on Friday provoked anger and controversy when he claimed the Catholic Church was not responsible for sexual abuse by its clerics and instead sought to pin the blame on homosexuality. What has happened in the church is no different from what is happening in society as a whole, Cardinal Walter Brandmüller said. The real scandal is that the church hasn't distinguished itself from the rest of society. Kevin, what do you think about this German cardinal's homophobia?
I'm thinking, why isn't he Pope? Why isn't he Pope? Now, I see he's a very old man. His name is Walter Brandmüller. He is born in 1929. It's his birthday tomorrow. So he'll be 90 years old tomorrow. So he's not even eligible to vote for the next Pope. Look, there have always been homosexuals in the Catholic Church. They have been rooted out ruthlessly from the time of the Counter-Reformation up to Vatican II. As I've explained earlier, there was an exodus of priests because the nature of the faith, as explained by the Vatican, had changed drastically. And the church found it very difficult to find men willing to become priests. So I won't say they lowered the standards. Essentially, they removed all standards, intellectual and moral. You know, priests had to know Latin. They had to be fluent in Latin until the 1960s, which was a way to keep thickos out. There are an awful lot of thickos amongst the Catholic priesthood now. But look, you know, it's like, you know, it's like Mormons say, or, you know, other Scientologists, you know, you get one, you get a bunch. This is, you know, this is a huge problem with homosexual infiltration because it is a very, very strong affinity group. We know what happened in the Catholic Church in the world, that the estimates of the priesthood in the United States, 40 to 60% are homosexuals.
He says not only will the role of women in the church be more prominent and important, this is also what he had to say in specific about gay priests. If someone is gay, and I'm quoting, if someone is gay and he searches for the Lord and has goodwill, who am I to judge? End quote. This, of course, does fly in the face, really, of his predecessor, Pope Benedict, who had said that men with deep-rooted homosexual tendencies should not be priests.
And you have all these people, oh, you can be gay but not active. Well, no, you can't, actually. No, not possible. There's going to have to be a purge. If the institutional Catholic Church is to be saved, there has to be a purge. And these people say, oh, yeah, well, you know, you need the gays. What happens if you kick us out? Well, what happens if they're kicked out is that we get the church back, free of the corruption, which has so damaged its reputation. That, oh, yes, there'd be fewer priests. Well, yeah, that's a problem, but it can be dealt with. You know, and if the homosexuals were kicked out of the priesthood and the religious orders, it would mean that many of the young men who would be drawn to the church but have been scared off by the stories, the lurid stories they've heard about seminaries, which are largely true, would again become priests.